wanted to make sure that no one is misled by this information. First of all, my name is Maurice Jefferson Scott, Sr. And if you're gonna do research on a Maurice Scott, make sure that you're researching the right.
Kimmy's clapback was as icy as a winter breeze, and Maurice Scott's Sid Chi was just revealed. You won't want to miss this tea, I promise. We're talking about covert meetings, dubious social media posts, and Kimmy's shocking response that left everyone in disbelief. This love and marriage Humpstill drama is hotter than ever.
A lot that you guys didn't see. However, in the moment that I acted, I was acting to protect the situation, protect my brother from further harm.
Maurice Scott has always discussed his work and personal development, but when his frequent late-night meetings and lengthy business trips became the norm, some fans began to criticize him. It's one thing to be busy and booked, but Maurice appeared to be unavailable, and rumors circulated that he was avoiding relationship questions and interviews that delved too deeply into his personal life. Social media can be messy, and Kimmy was definitely giving off strange vibes. She posted these purported messages about betrayal, self-love, and focusing on herself, which was enough to make fans wonder if there was trouble in paradise. Meanwhile, Maurice was out here double-tapping and commenting on the pages of his marriage to Kimmy, praising her without really discussing their relationship status. Instagram models not overly extravagant, but certainly enough to draw attention. Let's face it, reality TV viewers are messy detectives with PhDs. So why are you out there encouraging thirst traps while your wife posts about loyalty and respect? People soon began to piece things together, with Maurice's social media and Kimmy's tweets implying more profound problems. Although the behavior wasn't helpful, everything went from suspicious to completely disorganized when a familiar face began to appear, it was revealed that the alleged side chick was actually a fitness influencer who was well known for her dramatic abilities and body flexing. She was all about the fit life, posting workout routines, inspirational quotes, and the occasional thirst trap, but it wasn't just her toned abs that made people take notice. Fans also noticed that she would appear in places where Maurice was on business trips. Maurice started writing things like, "I love a man who handles business with a little wink," after your gym selfie locations seemed to coincide too closely with his strange travel pattern. The true information was in the photographs, but it was blurry, cunning, and just enough to attract her attention. Emoji admirers didn't need a detective license to read between the lines. They were swiftly calling her out in her comments and asking whether Maurice was her business handling man. People were chatting when some pictures of Maurice and the woman at a hotel appeared. At first glance, nothing seemed wrong, but something about the shadows and reflections just fell off, so people started zooming in. That's when fans started connecting the dots. One picture in particular, a clip from the woman's Instagram story, showed a man's hand with tattoos that exactly matched Maurice's.
Saying that this is all the reason, but True T has really done an amazing thing for Miss Black Titanic, and I appreciate that. And it's always good to see creators supporting other creators. But child, y'all go over there and listen to this, because this right here is the clown of the year, baby.
Now y'all know when the cheating rumors surfaced, Maurice was trying to laugh it off on Instagram Live. He was beaming and saying things like people constantly try to tear a good man down and brushing it off like it was just haters trying to see him fail. As you can see, Maurice wasn't about to admit anything, but the internet wasn't buying it. The impression was that he was too casual about it, almost unconcerned, but the problem is that sometimes attempting to play it too cool may backfire, and people weren't having it. Many people thought that he was trying to sidestep the true problem and turn it on everyone else. Even some who were supporting Maurice were giving him the side eye, saying, for example, rather than spurting the claims, why not immediately shut it down if it's so false? Maurice was in full-on damage control at this time, but it was too late since supporters were certain that something shady was happening, and they weren't buying the whole thing. They just wanted to see me fail. Some people even dug further into his previous interviews and social media posts to highlight inconsistencies. Narrative And as Maurice was working to improve his reputation, the more he attempted to explain himself without outright denigrating the affair, the more guilty he appeared. While she was busy asserting her authority, Kimmy unfollowed him on Instagram, which followers noticed almost immediately. She then said, "A woman who values herself doesn't compete. She removes herself no." There were no explicit tags, but it was obvious who she was referring to because admirers were reading between the lines of her comments with virtual popcorn, and it wasn't just Kimmy. Fans quickly made the connection as her sister entered the fray and made her it was looking quite divided at home, with lines being drawn and loyalties appearing wobbly. But just when we thought Kimmy was finished, she hit where it stung the most. Friends were out here double-tapping comments, dragging Maurice, and praising Kimmy for staying strong.
100. And before you get on social media, TV, YouTube, talking about what you think you know, maybe reach out to the people that you're about to talk about and ask maybe if it's true or not, because it can land you in trouble when you speak of people that's not.
You are aware of what they say. Kimmy was out here moving in silence while Maurice was busy playing damage control and downplaying the drama. She stepped out looking like $1 million at a high-profile event, and when the red carpet interviews began, she didn't even flinch. Instead, she said she was all about focusing on her goals and moving forward without mentioning Maurice. Retaliation is a dish best served cold, and Kimmy came through like a winter storm. It was elegant, but made it obvious that she was now following her path. But this is when things became really messy. With captions like "Level Up Season" and "You don't lose a man, you lose a headache," Kimmy's close friends began leaving clues on social media. When reports began to circulate that Kimmy was meeting with divorce attorneys on low blogs, followers rushed to spread the word that Kimmy was preparing to serve Maurice with the subliminals, and the streets were buzzing. Online, some actual paper screenshots of DNS and SNS exchanges purportedly revealed Maurice's dubious the message's behavior revealed a persistent problem. Late-night justifications and charges that Maurice was too close to some women. Although Kimmy didn't explicitly confirm or reject the leaks, she didn't need to because people were raving over her and called her a boss for not allowing Maurice to play her. Some people were also stating that Maurice had what was coming to him. He and the entire internet appeared prepared to crown Kimmy the queen of the comeback by this point, as Maurice was looking incredibly guilty and fans were no longer buying his version of events. Kimmy had taken charge, made her point, and left with her head held high, but just when everyone thought her revenge tour was over, she delivered the final blow by announcing a brand new business venture. And guess what? Maurice wasn't mentioned at all. The announcement was all about Kimmy taking over her. When she called it, her own admirers applauded. The timing was ideal for the ultimate glow up as well. Just as Maurice was still feigning innocence, Kimmy made it obvious that she wasn't looking back, and then the whiz began. Rumor had it that Kimmy was prepared to reveal everything, no holds barred, and everyone was discussing what kind of tea she might reveal. People were tweeting things like "Kimmy won," calling her the comeback after Maurice's defeat. In the meantime, Maurice's reputation was suffering as queen. Even his own fans remained silent after the hit. After the narrative switched, Kimmy took control and demonstrated to everyone what true power moves look like. She never raised her voice or publicly humiliated Maurice. Instead, she let her actions speak for her.
I've been around Martell and her. I didn't see their interactions. So I didn't see she makes me feel this way or whatever, right? In that situation, I told Martell, bro, this is not it. Going forward, I'm not leaving a party because somebody is cheating. No, I'm not.
So do you come home and then call the person that's getting cheated on?
No, you'll never hear me call somebody and say, hey man, or hey lady, your guy's cheating on you.
I don't disagree. I'm not saying that you would. What I am saying is that you don't sit and be complicit in it as far as finishing out the evening. Because I wouldn't want the person that I'm friends with to think that I think this is okay. Even after the words come out of my mouth, your actions speak louder than words.
I believe that actions speak louder than words as well. And I don't know how many phone calls I've had with Melody and Martell about their situation.
I hear what you're saying.
saying, and it doesn't change my opinion.
Yeah, we're at an impasse.
So, where does this lead then? Is this the last nail in the coffin? Or can Maurice and Kimmy's marriage last? Couples have, on the one hand, recovered from cheating scandals and worse, particularly in the reality TV industry, where drama is essentially a given. Agreement the internet has already convinced Maurice is guilty, and Kimmy has been acting like a lady who has done nothing right. Maurice may attempt to heal things by putting in some genuine effort and making amends, but in all honesty, the damage appears to be grave. Playing games, unfollowing Maurice, removing a few pics, and going out alone with her own boss moods are all signs that you can't ignore, and let's face it, public opinion counts. Kimmy's clapbacks have placed her in a completely new situation, and Maurice's reputation has suffered greatly. Light's admirers are supporting her, describing her as strong, independent, and unconcerned, while Maurice appears to be the quintessential reality TV villain, mired in lies and denials. Even if they wanted to reconcile, would their relationship be able to endure? Perhaps a dramatic reconciliation. The question is whether Kimmy would want to return after flexing so hard on her own, and whether fans would even accept it if she did. What do you guys think? Could be a premeditated move or genuine love. Either way, it would garner views. Please share your opinions in the comments section. Remember to like and subscribe and press the notification bell so that you